Hello internet world, welcome to a new video on the Geekanoids channel. This is my current desk setup for my 3D printing. You can see it's pretty well organised. I've got plenty of different Bambu Lab filaments down there, and then of course on top of the desk the sort of star of the show is the Bambu Lab P1S. But I do have a problem, and it's a problem that I'm just about to solve, and that is if I have a power cut in the middle of printing, the power goes off, and sometimes, I mean sometimes, I can recover the print, but quite a few times I have actually wasted what's printing and had to start from scratch. So how am I going to solve this problem? Well, let's take a closer look. What we have got here is the Riello Vision UPS. This is the model number VST 2000, and this was very kindly sent in to me free of charge by the manufacturer. Now, no money's changed hands. They haven't asked me to say anything in particular. I'm simply sharing my experience of using this so that you can make an informed buying decision. Now, I do just want to start off by saying you don't have to use this with a 3D printer. You can use it to protect a whole host of different electronics from power outages. It gives you a really good battery backup. I mentioned also that this is the VST 2000. There are other models in the range. There is the VST 800, 1100, 1500, and also this one, the 2000. And this is a 2000 volt amp 1600 watt UPS, which is more than enough to back up my 3D printer if there is a power outage, which is the whole purpose of testing this unit, to see how it behaves, how it performs, and really to not have any more failed prints. So that's the main sort of use case scenario for myself. But you could of course use this with a computer as well. Maybe you've got a computer, a printer, internet router for example, and you can plug all of these into the back. I'll show you the back of the unit very shortly, and protect them from power outages. Now inside the box you get the UPS itself, and then you also get this sort of quick start guide. It's just going to guide you through unpacking and getting up and running. We also get some additional paperwork here, including some information about power shield, safety, etc. And then we get some cables as well. So we do get a USB-A cable. We also get a serial cable. We also get a European cable just here. This is for powering the unit. We also get, of course, a 3-pin UK power cable as well. And then we get 2 IEC female to male cables, and that's going to be used for connecting some equipment to the back of the UPS. So really nice that they include these extra 2 IEC to IEC cables as well. Round the back of the VST 2000 we have got a fan here for keeping everything cool, and you'll hear this in action very shortly. We've also got that RS232 serial connection just here, the USB connection. Then we've also got 6 of these IEC connectors, and these are all backed up via the battery that's inside. This connector in this corner here is for connecting the unit to your mains power supply. We've also got a breaker switch here as well. We've got a communication slot which can be used for future expansion as well. So let's get this plugged in, up and running. We'll take a look at the front panel and see how it performs. So we've currently got the VST 2000 plugged in to the mains, and it's protecting one piece of equipment, which is of course my 3D printer. I can plug in more, but for the purposes of this test, we're just protecting the 3D printer at the moment. You can see we've got the main power button on the front for turning the unit on and off. Then we've also got a series of buttons just here, on, select and standby. And then we've got the display, and that display is currently showing the voltage, the incoming voltage. If we push the select button we can cycle round the display, so we can see it's 50 Hertz. We've also got 240 volts out. We've got 50 Hertz on the output as well. We've got the battery time in minutes at the current load. We've also got the current battery capacity, which is sitting at 60%. Then we've also got the battery voltage, battery load, which is 0% because we've got mains power going into the unit, the load amp, I think that's load amperage, and then the current temperature, and then back round to the input. The load section in the middle here is showing empty purely because we've got mains power going into this, and these little segments here just give you a rough indication. So this is showing 75% of battery, and in fact it is sitting at around about 60%. Now, just to cover off some of the other features of this, we've got really good protection on this unit as well. We've got a really compact design considering the capacity. We've got the automatic voltage regulation and also an energy share socket on the back of the unit. The LCD display gives a nice amount of detail as well, some really good information there. And the batteries are also user replaceable, so if in a year or two's time the battery isn't holding up to its original capacity, you can actually just hot swap the internal battery, which I think is really very good indeed. We've also got built-in short circuit protection and also an auto restart function, so when mains power is restored after discharge of the batteries, it will start the unit back up again. 2-year warranty as well, so they really do highly rate their own products, which is good to see. And I just really like how this unit's been working. And in fact, I have tested this on 2 occasions, one of them by switching off my mains power. One of them was actually a sort of a blip where the power went out just for a very short while, and my 3D print was uninterrupted. It worked absolutely flawlessly, and because of that I can highly recommend it. I'm going to stop speaking just for a few seconds now so you can hear the noise of the fan. So you can hear that going, but I think that's mainly because we've got some battery charging going on, so the fan's on to purely keep the battery cool whilst it's in that charge cycle. Once it reaches the 100% stage, then I would imagine that would be quite a bit quieter. But for me, this is a great solution. I've got battery backup at last for my 3D printer, and I can also plug some other peripherals into here as well. If you want to pick up one of these for yourself, please do check out the links down in the video description area. I want to thank you all for watching. Please do subscribe, and I'll see you in another video very soon.